Hello, beautiful people. I typically do these on Instagram, but my Facebook is growing again, so I figured I'd kind of bring it here. I'm changing things up. This is my awareness to action. So what are we being called to address in our shadow self, and how are we being called to heal this? And what action can we take in our life to move towards the things that we want? Because knowledge is only power once applied, and we can only take aligned action from a place of conscious awareness. These also get put in a thing online with additional coaching for any of the shadow aspects that come up. So if that interests you, I will link it below. If you want a personal reading, there's a couple different offers. I will also detail those in the comments. So, as a collective, what is coming up in the shadow aspect to be healed and transmuted at this time, Spirit? What is coming up to be healed? Eight of Cups. Walking away from things that no longer serve us, away from the emotional hurt, the emotional baggage, understanding that all of that dense, heavy energy is in our past, and we can choose to walk towards the light. We have that choice. We have the choice to walk towards greener pastures, but we also have to acknowledge how deep that emotion runs. We have to alchemize those emotions, and if you've been here for any amount of time, you know, move through what you're moving through. That is what my entire program is based on, is moving through all of those dense, heavy emotions, learning the emotional resiliency and mastery and all those kind of things. The Devil and the Fool, wow, what an amazing fucking combination this is. The Devil is all about these self-sabotaging behaviors and the way that we self-victimize and feel like life is happening to us, like we're just being played, right? It's all of these really dark shadow aspects that we feel so disempowered about. But at the same time, we jump into a whole new beginning, because there is something so deeply and wholly aligned that we may or may not see. And she's wearing yellow. So this is all about that solar plexus chakra, which was last week's focus in my Kundalini and Tantra programs. So what is it that you feel is disempowering you? And how can you flip the script, get out of that victim mentality, tap back into that willpower, back into that fire that you have within, and take that leap of faith to the thing that you know you want? All right, let's ask. How can we move from this victim mentality to a victory? How do we move from victim to victory? That is a lot of cards, but I'm going to take it. All right, we got Nine of Wands, King of Cups, and Hangman. So we need to have a new perspective on the boundaries that we are setting and how we're going about setting those boundaries around our emotional world, around that emotional mastery, around that, just that emotional IQ, right? Having an understanding of who we are and what's going on in our internal world, and understanding that that internal world is going to project. So everything that we see outside of ourselves is that emotional internal world, right? So set those boundaries with yourself first and foremost, and then within your life, right? Boundaries are meant to be fences and gates. They're, you know, you can allow who you want in. They're not meant to be walls and towers. They're meant to protect your heart and your soul, and to be cautious with who and what you allow to access that energy. So we're being called to take some time to assess that, to get a new perspective. Perhaps try some inversions. If you have any kind of anxiety, mental, emotional blocks, creative blocks, doing any kind of inversion where your head is down, downward dog, etc. It allows for that blood to flow to your brain, get all that extra oxygen, all that extra nutrients, and it really can give you a boost to have that clarity. That's kind of just a little fun way that you can force that. But also taking that time to introspect, to be present and mindful with your emotions, and to really honor them and to see them as messengers. So let's see, what kind of action can you take at this time? 3 of Cups. Lean into your community. Lean into those relationships that you feel really connected, like soul family, your tribe. I know a lot of times we self-isolate and we think that nobody's there for us. Allow yourself to be vulnerable and to really lean on the people that you love and trust. And ask for the help that you need, and understand that those who are for you will support you no matter what's going on. And that's how you know that people are for you, is because no matter where you are, they continue on with you. They don't judge. They wholly accept you in whatever state that you come to them with, and that is beautiful. Let's get one last piece of guidance or advice, because this kid is going to be walking up the hill to the car in a second. Let's see, one last piece of guidance or advice, and then I will do a bit of coaching on that kind of shadow aspect that we addressed later today or this week. 10 of Cups. Focus on what you do want and what is working rather than what isn't. Put yourself in the mindset. I know my cards are on fire today. Energy is insane. Okay, I can't even, Holly. Yeah. So focus 100% on what you do want. It is coming in so fast. You wouldn't even believe the energy that is going on right now. It's literally like, this doesn't make any fucking sense, but it's coming in. Like it is the most auspicious energy I have ever worked with, and I am pumped to see what is coming, because I know what is coming. So to see it unfolding and how it's unfolding, which is why I don't freak out anymore. I'm just like, I want to see how this story unfolds, right? It's like reading the last page of the book and then being like, okay, let's see how we get there. Or when they start a movie with the last scene, it's like they draw you in. That's what it's like. Put yourself far into the future. Whatever that end goal is for you, let that be your beacon, and focus on all of those emotions, the positive energy that you want, because it is coming in. That is where you're going, not the emotional pain of your past. It's gone. It's done. You're moving forward. You are moving to this 10 of Cups. It is all coming in for you now, babe. You just got to move through those dense, dark shadow aspects where you are telling yourself that you can't have it, or you don't deserve it, or whatever other BS that you have convinced yourself of, or, trauma has convinced yourself of. So we will address that. If you want a personal reading, please do reach out to me.